Hi, it's Michelle here. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in New Zealand, and I just wanted to bring you a quick tip. It's also sort of a did you know as well. I just wanted to suggest that when you get your new stamp sets or your new dies, that you try them out as soon as possible. The reason for that is because Stampin' Up! Does guarantee their products for any manufacturing defects, but only for 90 days after the shipping date. So you want to make sure you try everything out as soon as possible. The reason I bring this up is because I purchased some things a couple months ago and only just got around to trying out the stamps and discovered that one of my stamp sets had a couple flaws. So the images would not stamp out clearly. And fortunately, I was within the 90 days, so I was able to contact Stampin' Up! To get a replacement sent to me. So my suggestion to you is try everything out as soon as you get it. So if you want to, if you're not ready to like craft with your items, what I suggest is when you first get them, just ink up the images, even if you just ink up them while they're still on the red rubber. And then you can simply ink them up and then just give them good press all down on a scrap piece of paper, pull it up, and then you can check to see if there's any flaws in the stamps. If you do see a flaw, then I suggest you try to stamp it a few different times because we will need to have a picture of what the flaw is so it can be explained to Stampin' Up! Because they need to check on if there's a manufacturing issue or if it was just the one-off. So if you find something that doesn't stamp right, contact your demonstrator and talk it through with them, and then they can let you know the next step and get it replaced for you. Some items, like this one here, some people might stamp and think that there's a flaw because it hasn't stamped solid. But as you can see in the image, it's not meant to be a solid image. It's meant to have some texturation to it. So some stamps, it might just be user error and you're just not sure of how to stamp it properly to get the best image. Other times it could be a manufacturing flaw. Things do happen. So I suggest that you try out your stamps as soon as you get them, even if you just do it on some scrap paper to see how it works. The same with your dies. What you can do when you get your dies is while they're still on the sheet, some people have actually, and I tried it with this one, just flipped it over while they're still stuck on there and run it through your die cutting machine to see how it comes out. Now, my only suggestion on that, and some people do it because then you get a nice little imprint and you know which die goes where, but as you can see with this one that I tried, it does stick to the paper because there's some tape on there. So if you do that, just be aware that you might ruin the paper that you've just cut out because of the tape. Again, do it on some scrap paper. I've done some of mine onto some of these, especially with the words, because you can't see the words, can't tell what the words are when it's that way, and if you turn it over you still can't really tell that that says Mary. So what I've done in the past is I've run them through on some piece of cardstock so I could have that as a sample for a future. So with this set here, which is the word wishes, I've run it through, and as you can see there, I've got all the die cuts there, and so that's where the paper's stuck. But I can see what the words say and the size of them. It's also really handy because then you can use that to plan out how you're going to do your cards. And I did it as well on some cardstock. This is the, I think it's the Wise Words one. So when I ran it through on the cardstock, originally I found that there was a flaw in this die and it wouldn't pop out all the way. It was still stuck to the cardstock. So that's why I suggest you give it a try to make sure that everything's working correctly. And that way you can also see how the images come out. So that's my quick tip. Make sure you give all your products a try as soon as you get them, and don't wait around because you just never know when there might be a flaw. Now that's a manufacturing flaw. The guarantee is for 90 days after the shipping date. So you do need to get in touch with the demonstrator that you purchased it from to get the products replaced for you, so do it as quickly as you can. And if there's anything else that you need help with, contact your demonstrator, because we're here to help you, and that's our job. And we love talking things through with people, showing them ideas, making sure that you understand how to use your products correctly. So it might just be that, you know, you're not familiar with the new double-sided or the photopolymer or one of the items that you're using, and we're here to help you. So thanks for watching, and if you do want to order anything, I do have a website here in New Zealand if you don't already have a demonstrator, and I have a blog as well with lots of other helpful tips there for you. Thanks for watching, and please give me a thumbs up. Enjoy your day. Bye.